Okay, we're going to continue into the next part of the programming phases. So as we talked about last month, I talked about the straight sets type format where you do the entire body 3 days a week. Now we're going to get into a split type routine. Now when doing a split routine, there's a few different ways you can do it, but we're going to start with a basic one, which is an upper body, lower body type split. Typically when you do a split, you want to do a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday type situation. You could also do a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So those are the combinations really that you want to look at. So one day is going to be upper, the next day is going to be lower, then we're back to upper, then we're back to lower. So keep all that in mind to start with. Now, we're going to talk about the upper body split first. So remember I told you that we want to start with the larger muscle groups first. So we're going to look at a scenario that puts the chest, shoulders, and triceps in one group. The reason for this is they're basically all working together as you do each exercise. So we want to do that, but we're going to start with those chest exercises because that's a larger muscle group, move to the shoulders, and then finish with the triceps. So when you do this, you want to choose typically 3 to 4 exercises for the chest, basic exercises. So your bench press, incline press, dumbbell presses, those types of things. Hit those first. Then you're going to go into your shoulders. So a seated shoulder press, a standing shoulder press, dumbbell shoulder presses, reverse grip shoulder press. Then you're going to finish off with the triceps, doing tricep extensions, tricep push downs, things like that. Now, when you're working the upper body, again, we want to look at doing 3 to 4 sets of each exercise as we go through. The repetition range should be 8 to 12, possibly 6 to 12 in that range, because that's going to be the best for you as far as developing strength, muscle hypertrophy, which is the growth of the muscles, and endurance of the muscles as well. So go through that. Now, when you get to the shoulders, you want to choose typically 1 or 2 exercises to do, and when you get to the triceps, same thing, 1 or 2 exercises to do. Don't think that necessarily more is better. Keep it simple, but keep it consistent week after week, month after month, year after year. So as you go through this with the chest, shoulder, tricep portion, then you want to hit some abdominals. And I always like to do the front side of my abdominals with that part. So I would do typically crunches, I would do weighted crunches, I would do plank type movements. So all of those are going to work that rectus abdominis, your sit and reach. So these are some choices you can look at getting into. Now with the back, then we move into that. So we're going to work the muscles in the back, so the lats. We're also going to work the pulling muscles in the shoulders, which then would be your traps, your lateral deltoid. So again, we want to choose those exercises, 3 to 4 exercises that work the back predominantly, pull downs, rowing type movements, seated rows, then go into the shoulders so we can work lateral raises, posterior dumbbell raises, we can work shrugs, things of that nature, then go into your biceps and finish off with them. Now after you finish this section, then go back to the abdominals, work your core with side planks, dumbbell side bends, side crunches, things of that nature. Now the next workout will be your lower body. So this is the one where we're going to work the legs. Now look at the legs as being divided between the pushing muscles of the legs and the pulling muscles of the legs. So the quads and the hamstrings predominantly. So we're going to start with those quads first. Again, 3 to 4 exercises to really hit them, and then you might do 1 or 2 isolation exercises. So hit your leg press, hit your squats, hit your goblet squats to start with. Then you might move to a single leg squat or a split squat to kind of then isolate those legs. Even step ups are a really good choice. Then you go into the hamstrings. Now with the hamstrings, always we want to work some RDLs. So some barbell RDLs, dumbbell RDLs, some single leg RDLs. And then you can go into more isolated type movements with the hamstrings and work some possibly leg curls or something along those lines. When you've done this, now we go into the abdominals. We want to work the muscles that work the hip flexors. So the muscles that are going to pull the legs toward the upper body. So those would be your hanging leg raises, your leg raises on the floor, your knee tucks on the bench, things of that nature. So again, what will really help you out with a lot of this is go to the exercise library, use the filters, find those exercises, look at the variations that are on there. You can really get a lot of information at that point. That's going to help you make some choices on the exercises to use. Now, as always, I want you to remember that if you have any specific questions, don't hesitate to send me an email and ask me about your situation so I can help you out on an individual basis.